If you could be any vegetable, what would you be and why? And it would just blow their mind. What would you be?
It'd probably be an artichoke heart. As number one, it's only one of the only good vegetables. Most vegetables, you have to mask them in something else, like a
Fair?
pizza or quesadilla or a salad, to make them palatable. And then the other reason is it's because it's the most, it's the heart of the artichoke.
Yeah.
The best part of the vegetable, and the heart of it. And deep down, it's not on the outside. It's the core of the vegetable.
Dude. And we are live. All right. Welcome everyone to the first ever collective member spotlight. This series isn't about who spends the most. It's about the people that make this place what it is. You know, the energy, the positivity, the engagement. And today we're going to kick it off with one of, if not the best of the good ones, Mr. Conor Carroll. Dude, appreciate you jumping in. Let's just start from the top.
Yeah.
Who is Conor? Who is Carroll? Who is Conor Carroll? Like, how did you, who are you now and outside of the hobby, the real you?
Yeah. I grew up in Northern California. I was born in Nebraska. Go Big Red. But my whole life I was raised in Chico. It's about 3 hours north of San Francisco, about an hour and a half north of Sac. Small college town, good little place. And moved a few places. At 21, I moved to Vegas, spent 3 years, in LA, and then moved a little bit around in the military as well. And now currently I reside in Northern California, about an hour north of San Fran, in a place called Roanoke Park.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle are up there somewhere in the Redwoods. They live on a co-op, and they're the only ones who allegedly haven't been growing for decades. But they all pay for their own roads and stuff. They allege they do credit card transactions and processing, but dude, who cares? It's sweet. But we haven't been up there to visit. They just built a new house, and we were going to go last year. It just didn't happen. But I've never been north. I'm from San Diego. I've never been north of LA. So
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like,
Yes.
I'd like.
Different. They say it a lot, but it truly is two different states. Like I said, I lived in LA for about 3 years. LA, Hermosa Beach is by the beach, so it's not really
Sure.
LA, but Northern California is beautiful. Different vibe for sure. Co-op makes sense, fits right in. Yeah.
For sure. My dad moved to San Francisco or Berkeley. I don't know, maybe been about 15 years ago or so. And he said that was the first time he'd been north of LA. And he said he felt like a Beverly hillbilly coming from San Diego when he got to the Bay. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I don't know. I guess they just do it a little different up there.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
a lot different. But so what else, man? Family, job, like what do you do?
Yeah, I got my family obviously raised with me in Chico. Couple parents still well and kicking. In their 70s, still live in Chico. My brother is a history professor at a college up here too. He lives in Sac. Yeah, and my sister is a dance teacher here in the area, about 15 miles away at a college as well.
Nice.
And then
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, what up in that northern area? What's the hobby life like?
You as far as just cards go,
Yeah,
it's yeah, it's as big as anywhere. There's hobby stores in every town, multiple, and
wow.
you go to buy retail at a Target or a Walmart. You better go the day that they're stocking the shelves.
Okay.
Depending on the product, some product sits around, and depending on the season as well. So
Sure.
yeah,
Right on.
it's kicking. I mean, the hobby's kicking for sure.
Yeah, same here. Even in Butt Slap, Ohio, you better be there at 8 before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because the Pokemon people will be in line before everybody, but you're not going to get in, at least with retail. How'd you get into collecting sports cards anyways?
I actually collected at a young age. Like I was a young Giants fan, and My parents used to take us to games every year, and there's this place called Penny Ranch. It was basically like an antiques pawn shop almost, but they sold sealed baseball cards, packs of cards. So started collecting then, and I don't know if it was just me or back in the 90s. To me, it seemed like, from my memory, that football wasn't as thriving as it is now, and baseball was king back when I was growing up. So I collected baseball mainly back then in the 90s, and now I just do football.
Really? That,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I remember. I started with Marvel cards, ended up on basketball, and then visiting family, and uh, they were big into hockey because they lived in Detroit, and they did cards, and I got into that, and I don't know when it kind of shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just almost entirely football. My son does a little bit of basketball, but there's football in here.
You mentioned
Oh,
Marvel cards. I got something for you. When I went into the military, my mom, when I moved out, I stored all my baseball cards in her attic, and then I came back, years later, grabbing some stuff and couldn't find them. Said, did you throw out my baseball cards? She claims to this day she didn't. Swear to God, she did. So when I went to the military, I put these in possession of my friend because I didn't trust her. I just got these back last week. These are all my Marvel cards from
no
the
way,
90s. Yeah, from the 90s.
man,
Yeah, it's
dude,
crazy, man.
the Wolverine, dude, that's wild. That's
It's
cool,
nuts,
man.
isn't it? So I just
Dude,
went
that's
back to
so awesome.
Chico. Went back to Chico last week. I'm like, hey, I need those Marvel cards back. He's like, I got you.
Cool. That's cool that she had them, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I still, there's still like a few that I chase. Certain Spider-Man cards. There's a Doctor Strange. I've been a Fleer Ultra that I've been hunting. I have it in a 6, and it's just like impossible to find somebody that hasn't been chewing on it, you know.
Yeah,
I had
for
a lot
sure.
of cards. My mom lost them all in a fire. Like in our baby pictures, and it lost everything. And dude, I can't even imagine what was. I don't even remember half the stuff, but I remember they were cool to me at the time. Who knows though? I could have been an idiot and just looking at stupid inserts I thought were cool. You know, who knows? Dude, that's
Yeah,
cool, man. That is really cool.
it, it's so funny. He's like, these have moved 4 different houses with me. I'm like, yes. He kept them for 7 years for me. I'm like, it's sentimental value there. I was like, I'm not letting these go.
Without a doubt, man. I'm looking through them. I bet it just brings back all kinds of crazy memories. So
For sure.
you kind of already said it. You're into football. Are you
Yeah.
more of a card investor? Are you a collector? Would you consider yourself like a line guy, or would you just one of these ATMs? Like, where do you fit in the hobby?
Um, that varies. So mainly, you probably already know this. You probably catch me on the flash circuit. I'll play in a couple flashes a night. I'm big into those. That taps into the degen part of my fiscal lifestyle that I am able to afford, and put that money aside for fun. Um, PC, you got my PC behind me. It's all my pretty rookies. Put those up. I got a few autos I need to send in too. I'm not a huge PC guy. Here's my theory as far as PC goes. I only got 4 autos, so anybody with a Purdy auto, hit me up. I'll trade or purchase them from you.
Nice.
Um, PCs, I feel like it's part of the hobby. Like PCs, you're gonna have some personal cards, right, that you're gonna hold on to and never let go. Other cards in general that aren't PC, I feel like that's part of the hobby. I got autos that I need to get graded. Those will stay up. I started my new PC too, which I'm a Nebraska fan. Go Big Red, which is Dylan Raiola. Um, I specifically like it because it's in the Nebraska uniform, obviously, and Nebraska, as
Yeah.
far as college to NFL transitioned, we have some historically big name players, but it's not a huge college to NFL uh,
Right.
house, like they don't send a bunch of players there. So,
Yeah.
and he'll make it. So I'm looking forward to starting a little PC of him when he gets in the NFL. As far as cards outside of that, I don't hold like too much of a sentimental like attachment to it, because I feel like that's a big part of the hobby, is like spreading that joy of those cards. Because there's a lot of cards, like there's a CJ Stroud from Obsidian rookie that out of 5 Deep Sea Mojo that I would like still to this day don't regret flashing, but I kind of like, there's a part of me that's like, that was one of my favorite cards, and I think I want that back no matter what the
Right.
value is, And it was pulled in a
Yeah.
break, which never happens.
Right.
So
Jeez.
yeah, so like Purdy's my PC, and I try not to get too attached to him, because I think someday those will be passed on, and I'll start up a new PC, probably Raiola. So
Dig it. That's cool. What year is he?
he's drafted
Nebraska.
in 20. Oh, Raiola, he's sophomore. He's a true freshman last year.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think he can technically declare, but he's not going anywhere.
Right on. That's cool, man. I need to find somebody like that. We're here in Ohio. We follow Ohio State, and that's wide receiver university. So them
Of
dudes are
course.
gone, but my son's PC in Ibuka right now, and I dig it. He likes him, and we'll see where it goes.
And so I wasn't, obviously, if you have any affiliation with Nebraska, that's your team. They don't have any pro teams. My whole dad's side of the family's from there. I was born there. My grandfather played football for the university in 50-51.
Nice.
And so like it's a big Nebraska thing. You're from Nebraska, you pay attention to the program. That's life. Nebraska football's life. So like growing up, I was a big Nebraska fan, obviously. More into baseball as far as the hobby is concerned, collecting cards. And I rooted for the Niners because my grandmother every Sunday, on my mom's side, she was a huge Niner fan, Joe Montana lover, would make me sit down on the couch and watch football games. So like I don't remember being reluctant, but I wasn't like crazy about them at a young age. And then in my adulthood, I kind of grew into being just a hardcore Niner fan. So
And so when you were a kid, were the Raiders in LA then, or were they in Oakland?
I think they were in Oakland. Yeah.
What I'm not sure what, I don't remember. Yeah, either way. I just wonder because I grew up a Chargers fan, which is probably like being a Browns fan. It's miserable. And I just remember going to Raiders games, and I used to always trip out because people would travel because they were in LA when I was a kid, and they would come from Oakland and, still like they were LA fans, and those guys were maniacs. But because the Chargers hated them so much, they by proxy rooted for the 49ers just because of the Bay rivalry. And I always, so we always kind of watched them. Plus Montana, Young, Rice, Taylor, that they're really damn good. So
Yeah, I mean,
right on.
it was fun to watch growing up in the 90s, seeing them win championships as a kid, seeing no, I mean Nebraska it's a different style offense now, is the option. Back then they won 3 championships in the 90s. So I kind of just grew up spoiled as a sports fan, for sure.
No, for sure. I remember using Nebraska in NCAA football, probably on the PlayStation, and they run that option, and that was cool. But I lived in Iowa for a while. It's the same thing there. There's no professional teams,
Yeah.
and it's University of Iowa and Kurt Warner, and that's it, man. That's what they talk about. Um, that CJ you talked about, is that your Grail card, or do you have a Grail card that you just?
I kind of thought about this a little bit, and I guess I don't technically.
I'm not
I mean,
surprised.
depends on why.
You're just a unique dude. You're a different dude. Like you. This is why, because you'll pop up and run your own mystery line like the other day you did.
Right.
Like that was insane, right? And everybody was like, that thing boom. And it was just like, dude, this is the coolest stuff. It's just, I don't know. You just kind of got that vibe where you're like, I'm here for cards, but I'm more here. I don't want to say for our entertainment, but for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes complete sense. I'm in for, yeah, the camaraderie, and I think the hobby, it depends on what you want to get out of it. Some people are very fiscally minded, and they're actually in it to either run breaks and make some money, and they don't do anything else, which is cool. I love that. That some people, buy low, sell high. They'll buy it 60-70%. They'll burn and turn, and they'll make a profit. That's awesome too. I look at the hobby as I look at other things in life too, as kind of a free form of therapy. Um, it's definitely retail therapy for sure. You can spend some money and get some therapy that way. But the
Yeah.
camaraderie of it, to have good times, you jump in a break you're not in, and talk some crap in the comment section.
Yes.
You put a funny nickname and get some kicks out of it in a flash, or you Photoshop a picture of one of the guys and drop it in the comments to get. I mean, drop a mystery line. Mystery lines are fun. They're a hit too. Yeah, it's a good time. It's fun, man. I enjoy it.
Do 'Cause I know you're all over the place, at least for the Facebook world of the hobby, which is its own animal in itself. Rooms are different. We all know that. Do you feel like some rooms you just wouldn't do that in, or do you just throw your nuts on the table in every room? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they all do have their different vibes. So, it's kind of get in where you fit in when it comes to that. I shopped around, kind of jumping in rooms via, whoever, invited me to this room. Yeah, I'll check it out, see what it's like. And I kind of have it boiled down to about 5 rooms that I play in, and that's about it.
yeah,
The
I
vibes in
dig it.
collective are probably the best out of all of them.
How'd you end up in there?
So I think started back up with the hobby back in like 2022. Um, just one day I passed by the card section, and then bought some cards. And then I talked to my cousin's husband, Josh Iverson, and he recommended this page. He's like, "Hey, there's this card page. You should get on. It's kind of fun. It's cool."
That's cool.
Yeah, and so I jumped on. That was Dad's That Break. I jumped on Dad's, and that was kind of like my first or actually just first introduction into the online portion of the card hobby. That wasn't buying cards and ripping them yourself. So, and from there, it progresses to that age old question: how did I find this page? That will never be
Yep.
answered. And I found Collective, which I call my homepage.
Yeah, me too now. It is definitely different in there. So I mean, it's and there's a lot of good rooms, and we'll never sell any of them short. There's a bunch of really good ones. I'm
Oh,
just
sure.
partial because like behind me, I don't know if you can see it. There's not a lot of places where I can get away with it, and the room owner is like, "Dude, please send me a sticker of that." Like, that's pretty cool. So,
100%.
I don't know. So, all right, we're gonna do some little quick hits here.
Okay, fire away.
Obviously, we started up. Everybody didn't get to see it, but Connor was ripping some wax right before we started this interview. Do you have a hobby snack that you'll get in that you'll eat before a break or before a flash is about to happen? Power down on a protein bar, eat a banana.
Go-to would probably be sun chips, garden salsa, but I do that before the break. Got to keep the hands clean for talking crap.
Fair enough. All right, right on. What's your favorite, brand of cards? Are you a Panini guy? You a Topps guy? Is there something in there specifically? Like I like Origins. I'm a big Origins guy. Is there something there for you that you just adore?
The two brands that I actually like the style of the most are the two brands that like notoriously seem people just don't like a whole lot, which are Spectra and Obsidian. It seems like not that they don't like them necessarily, it seems like they get the most hate. Um, Probably because Obsidian loses value, and I don't know because of Spectra, but I think Spectra and Origin are my favorite, and then anything cracked ice. I'm a sucker for cracked ice.
Like, I think with the Spectra, why I love it, but I stay away from it because it's so hard for me to comp because they're so like, there's like 800 colors in this one, and so is that one, and I can't see very well. So, like, it's just a pain in the ass for me. So
They're
I
so
dig it.
pretty.
What about insert?
That's why I like them.
Yeah,
They're
no,
so
yeah, I agree. I love Obsidian. I don't know. If anybody doesn't like Obsidian, they need to have their head checked. Obsidian's dope, but all of them are. I mean, I really find something. All right. So what about inserts? Downtowns, kabooms, mangas. Is there something that, just really drives you?
it's cracked ice all day for me. You can get me with a cracked ice.
I like it. Right on. All right. So money's unlimited and you've got all the eyeballs in the world. You're going to make a repack, a custom Conor Carroll repack. What kind of vibe is this gonna have? Is it gonna be tailored like so everybody can get in at $15 a spot, or is this gonna be like Will's damn 1,500 a spot and I can only watch from afar and hope and wish one day?
Uh yeah, it would definitely be something cheaper and affordable where you could win either a spot into like through a mini into, or you could just buy it cheap enough. Um, I do like those repacks you put on the 101 page, and then also Gibbs did one on his Sports Card Nation a while back. That was pretty great. So mid tier, nothing
Mhm.
crazy, something affordable that everyone can get in on, for sure.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm into that too. I hated mega lines for a long time because uh I don't know, it seems so overwhelming, 500 at one or 100 at four, whatever. But now I can get into a ton of them and like, support everybody. So that's sweet. And then lately I've been really lucky. So that's been pretty cool too. But I kind of find it's similar to that. Like, your $25 spot. And then if it hits and you hit $100 card, like, dude, that's a win, man. And I'm going to love you forever for ripping that. That's a super cool win to me. And it's the same with these, but I do like getting in them degen lines once in a while. Just don't tell my wife because she's gonna want to know where all the money goes. So I don't
Secret
know.
safe with me. It's
So
all odds. Those repacks if you have a division 8-1, there you go. As opposed to 20 spots and a 600 spot flash. It all
but
depends.
and you want better odds, buy more spots, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to lose, pick better numbers. That's what the runners keep telling me. Pick better numbers. What shit is that? God, there was one more question I was supposed. Oh, Dutton wanted to know when they stopped calling you the Tickle Monster.
I'm out of here. Connor the Tickle Monster's gonna get me. Connor the Tickle Monster's right behind me. He's gonna get me.
So that was I'm not aware of that. So I'm pretty sure that was a inside name that a group of them called me, because some form of fetish name um that they
Definitely.
called me. So you might have to get back to him on that and do your research, because
Yeah, I will. I figure if you didn't know about it, it was probably just his way of flirting by proxy. Just my
Mhm.
guess. So
Yeah,
hell
hey,
yeah, dude.
I'm engaged, so I'll take it where I can get it.
Right, dude? I've been married forever, man. I get it. I'm sure he feels the same way, dude. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
I don't know. I'm using it quite often, so
If you could be any vegetable, what would you be? So, let me give you a little backstory. I did backgrounds for our fire department for a little while, and I would mess these kids up. But I'd ask them that if you could be any vegetable, what would you be and why? And it would just blow their mind. What would you be?
I'd probably be an artichoke heart. Because number one, it's only one of the only good vegetables. Most vegetables, you have to mask them in something else, like a pizza or quesadilla or a salad, to make them palatable. And then the other reason is it's because it's the most, it's the heart of the artichoke.
Yeah.
The best part of the vegetable, and the heart of it. And deep down, it's not on the outside. It's the core of the vegetable.
Dude, that's wild, man. I've never had anybody I bet half these people don't even know what an artichoke is. I'm gonna cut Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it was Mad TV when he's like, "What is an artichoke anyways?"